Senator Carr. I'll come to Senator.
President, this is the Home Affairs Legislation Amendment Miscellaneous Measures Bill, and it's important just to get the context here. It's a simple set of amendments to various pieces of legislation which the government, in its own chicanery, has caught itself out by failing to actually deal with what was a non-controversial bill, which it listed, delisted, listed again, and then, of course, would normally have done in non-controversial legislation last year and had been listed for some time, but of course was caught up in the melee of last December. And now we have a set of circumstances where we've got some amendments moved to a bill which deals with a fundamental question. And put aside all the palaver, the fundamental question in regard to Australia's duty of care in terms of the provision of urgent medical support for people for whom we have direct responsibility insofar as our duty of care extends, and in the circumstances where the medical support on Nauru in particular has not been good enough. A simple proposition. And the shrill, irrational, hysterical approach that we've heard from this government, which is prepared to say and do anything to cover the facts, I repeat, to leak what they claim was to be these incredibly important security issues, to do whatever they need to lie and to deceive, and just to cover up the incredible chaos and dysfunction within this government. And I say this in this simple context, because the great Achilles heel of this government's approach is some simple facts of life. Under this government, the minister has said himself, and he said on TV last night, and I noted, he said a significant number of people have either for medical attention or people who are in family unit have been transferred from Nauru. He said that, and I went and checked the figures, you see. So what we find is that in Nauru and Manus there were some 460 people have been transferred. 460 people have been transferred, according to the Senate estimates. 460 people, and of course they were supported, and they had various family members were transferred as well. Nearly 900 people have been transferred. Has that been a signal to the people smugglers? Has that led to the situation where our fundamental national security has been put at risk? 900 people have been transferred under this government. 900. Under the circumstances where the government sought to keep it quiet. You see, so it seems to be the situation that if 900 people are transferred by this government, there's no threat to our borders, there's no threat to our national security. But if there's a proposition brought forward where we actually regulate the circumstances under which people are moved for urgent medical treatment under strict circumvision, under circumstances where the ministerial discretions are maintained, it actually improves the security. That seems to be at a deterioration. That's the claims that have been put to the Senate. Now, we've actually got double the number of people being moved off the islands than are being actually moved to the United States. Double. Have we had an increase in the number of boats arriving? No. The evidence is clearly against the hysterical claims that this dysfunctional, chaotic government is seeking to make. 900 people are moved by this government, and the sky hasn't fallen in. But under these provisions, we now have proper medical supervision, independent medical advice, where the minister maintains his discretion or her discretion to secure this country. We maintain our duty of care, and this government tries to turn that on its head, given its own record. There is a fundamental lie at work here which should be exposed by this Senate, and I believe this Senate has a duty to support these amendments and support the message that has come back from the House of Representatives.